Yeah, we've got a lot of research in this space, and maybe it's worth just talking a little bit about what culture is. At Human Synergistics, we define culture as the shared norms, the expectations, the values, kind of like the collective mindset of an organisation. And this guides the way that people interact with each other, the way they go about their work, and also how they engage with customers. So it makes sense that there's a really clear link between the culture you have and the customer experience. We've been in the area of researching this for 50 years. So at Human Synergistics, we look at how culture works from measuring the organisational culture inventory and the organisational effectiveness inventory, so the OCI and the OEI. And there's some really interesting findings in that we find that if organisations have a clearly articulated culture in terms of how we want to behave around here, what does great look like, and they also map out their mission, a sense of purpose and meaning for people in their team, and they have a strong customer focus, what we find is that creates a constructive culture. And then that flows on to performance and outcomes that are really impressive across the board. So a can-do constructive culture is one where your team, they go the extra mile. You know, they really love what they do and they put the extra effort in. They create meaningful relationships with their clients and they really care. So they put that pride and ensure quality wherever they go. And so what we find is that has a big flow-on effect in terms of customer satisfaction and customer experience. But what we find is if that culture is lacking, then the sort of experience that customers end up with is pretty inconsistent. It can be haphazard and also pretty transactional. And another way that we also measure culture, and particularly your customer's experience of culture, is through the customer service styles inventory. And so this provides a really great picture as to how your customers really think of you. You know, what's their experience day to day, how are your customer experience initiatives landing, what's behind their satisfaction, and also what's their buying intention in the future. So pretty important information that helps you map out what's the change that's required. I've got some data from that. What we find from this research with the CSS is that organisations that are experienced by customers as having highly constructive service has a flow-on effect of having 71% more satisfied customers, 61% more loyal customers, and a 55% increase in advocacy. So at a time when customer expectations are on the rise, it really makes sense to be able to invest in your customer service styles, but also building that constructive culture.